Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the 49ers going up against the Chargers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the San Diego Chargers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Second down now after the pass completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Aldon Smith had an absolute off-the-charts rookie season and continues to be one of the best playmakers at outside linebacker.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. The gun. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. A beautiful fake. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Let's go! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
2nd and 5. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, or all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very...
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their dangerous wide receiver, 46 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. And last time out they got scored against. Their offense hasn't given them any help to this point. So maybe they need a stop here.
A stop obviously would be nice, not critical at this stage of the game, but one of the things that you want to find out from your defense, are you really ready to play? After giving up a touchdown on the last drive, Let's see if they have a little bit better spark, a little bit better bounce in this series.
We'll see if they have that spark and that bounce right here.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And taken right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They'll run the option left. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er defense now heading back out there. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look at this Chargers defense again. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Still on his feet. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now that's the kind of play just warms the heart of a former safety. When they call your number on a blitz, you're either going to wreak havoc at the quarterback or spill a running play, and that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Let's go. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one.
Whoosh.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. And they forced that fumble the last time. And when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, that you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold sticker.
A little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
Put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll drop the throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Back to throw now on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw here. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you're playing a quarterback with some...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half How good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chargers offense has been on the field more, but it hasn't led to a big lead. The 49ers are competing hard, and it's still very much in doubt which side will walk away with the Lombardi Trophy. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Third down from the 46. The pass out of the gun will be completed. And 46 yards later, he's going in for the score. Chargers with the early advantage. 49ers have it at the 14. Quick pass, and he finds Odell Beckham Jr. And this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. First and 10. The ball will pop loose here. 49ers take over late in the second. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This ends up as a loss of 7. That'll do it for our final halftime show of the year. One half remains in this Super Bowl. To bring it to you, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes a 4. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
3-19.
Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
Finding time. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
They go play action here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And the offense in a great spot. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
Probably you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
But I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now movement up front. I think this will be on San Diego. So now 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19. 3, 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Look at the dance and the juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers defense now getting set and taking the field. They're just looking to duplicate what they did last time. Force the 3 and out, and that led to a field goal.
The only thing better, really, is creating a turnover. 3 and out, get off the field, feel good about yourself, turn the ball over to your offense, and they put the ball through the post for a field goal.
They're probably pretty well rested after that 3 and out, too.
One would think. That's how you get it done. Create the 3 and outs, get to the bench, get your rest, and hope your offense can control the game.
A group effort there. A bunch of Charger defenders there to make the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And cuts it out here, left sideline. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They're going to look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 19 yards there on the pickup. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell.
Good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Their big tight end, 30 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Buckle up tight, partner. We've got a huge finish ahead of us.
Absolutely. That touchdown puts them ahead by a score as we hit the 2-minute warning. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. He's got time. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Surveying the field. Now a desperation. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down.
Here we go! 3-19!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release, where he just gets into the route.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.